Hello, good afternoon, and happy Sunday. Welcome to day 4 of Honor Talks Health. So, in today's video, we are going to be talking about vital signs. I know most of you have already heard about these vital signs, but even though we are going to be talking about it today, so in today's video, talking about vital signs, what are these? These are key measurements that are used in order to assess us, our physical function, in order to assess, detect any abnormalities on time, any medical problems, in order to tackle it. So, if you come to the hospital, these are the first thing that they will assess. Normally they are done. There are 5 normal are 5. That's the blood pressure, the temperature, the pulse, the respiratory rate, and also oxygen saturation. That's the SpO2. So this blood pressure is talking about the pressure at which the heart pumps blood. That's when it contracts and relaxes in order to receive blood, and when it contracts in order to eject blood for maybe pulmonary circulation or systemic circulation. So blood pressure is usually measured in, there are two this thing, the one on the up and the one on the down. That's 120. The normal one is 120/80. So the up one, that's one that is 120, is called systolic. That is when the heart contracts in order to eject blood. And the one down is called diastolic. That's when the heart relaxes in order to receive blood, in order to for blood to be filled inside the heart. So that's just it. So the normal, it has a range for this blood pressure. Now it has range. The normal range is 90 to 120 for the up one. That's the systolic one that I told you, that's when the heart contracts. Then the down one, which is the diastolic, that one, it ranges from 60 to 80 for normal one. So that's the normal range of it. So I would advise us to check this thing. You can check it in pharmacy. You don't even need to go to hospital. You can go to the pharmacy and check it, and it's very, very cheap. I think it's not even up to 200 to check it. And that's the first one. So you know if it goes high, you know if it's low, you know, and even the low, that's the hypertension, is more dangerous. We're going to be talking about hypertension and hypertension in our next episode, by God's grace. So after blood pressure, you will know that the next one is pulse. That's the heart rate, how many times the heart beats per minute. So the normal range for this pulse, that's the heart rate, is 60 to 100 for adults. Even the blood pressure I mentioned is also for adults. So the normal range for an adult in the heart rate is 60 to 100 beats per minute. Ways to check this: you can check it in the hair. You know, you usually see doctors or nurses, or even in the pharmacy, they'll check it for you here. And it's not advisable to check your own. So you check it here. That's the radial pulse. You can check the carotid. You can check the brachial. Those are the most common ones, but there are other ones too. So you check your pulse in order to know. So like I said, the normal distance is 60 to 100. So that one is that. The next one is the temperature. Temperature, you already know temperature. How high or low our the degree of coldness or hotness of the body. So we're talking about the normal range for this is 36.5 to 70 to 37.5 degrees Celsius. So you check using your thermometer. You have the one you can check orally, you have the one you can check rectally, you have the one that you can check to be put in the mouth, or you want to put in the armpit. So you can check it. Those are the most common places where temperature can be taken. So I've talked about the range. So you know the one that is normal for you. Once it exceeds, you know that this person has high temperature, and once it's low, you know the person has low temperature. So in the next one, we have the breathing. So breathing per minute, how many breaths are you supposed to take in a minute? This ranges from 16 to 20 in an adult. So you're supposed to breathe not less than 16 to 20. The range is 16 to 20. So in your breathing, without any manipulation, you're supposed to you do not manipulate it. You are not the one controlling. Not normal breathing that you do not manipulate in any way. It's supposed to be 16 to 20. So that's it. That's for a minute. You're supposed to be breathing for 16 to 20. So once it's high, you will know. Once it's low, you will know. Talking about the next one is, we talked about blood pressure, we talked about respiration, we talked about the heart rate, talked about temperature. The next one is oxygen saturation. This is talking about the oxygen that is circulating, because blood carries oxygen through red blood cells. So by the help of red blood cells, so this oxygen needs to be circulated to all parts of the body. So this oxygen saturation is the range is 95% to 100% is the normal range. So That's talking about how oxygen is saturating in our body. So this is normal range. So you check it with pulse oximeter. This is an instrument that is used to check the pulse and also the oxygen saturation. You can see it, and most pharmacies have it. Hospitals, they have it too. So you can go and check it. Since I already said, you can go to pharmacy and check it. You can go to hospital and check it. Even the blood pressure, you can check it in pharmacy, which is very cheap. I don't even think it's up to 500 naira to get your blood pressure checked. And this is very important because blood pressure is one of the leading causes, like it's one of the causes of death in our society today. And it is not even because we have this misconception that it's only for old people. No, it is not. Once you are an adult, this thing can kill. It is even young adults now that is even more common, and it is a silent killer. It will not even give you any sign, and it can just shut you down and kill you. So this is not what we need to be checking, monitoring this in order to know when there is problem and when there is not. And it is very cheap to do. It is very, very cheap. I believe that 500 naira, it's not even up to 500 naira if we are being honest. It is not. So we should go and check this, check our blood pressure, temperature, talking about blood pressure, temperature, the respiratory rate, the pulse, that's the heart rate, the oxygen saturation. So these are the normal range. You have already known the normal range of this. So once it goes out of 9, you know there is problem. Once it goes out, either high or low, there is problem. It's not supposed to be so. It's supposed to be in the normal range. So I believe that when you go to the hospital and they check these things and you see the numbers that they are giving you, you not only depend on what the doctor or the nurse or the health practitioner is saying, you already know this range. So you already know, even without telling you, you already know. And you have the right to ask, even after they check. You go to hospital after checking, you don't just look at them writing it on their report. No, you can ask them, please, I want to know what's this. You have every right to ask and know your results. So that's it. Don't play with your health, and that's my advice. Don't just play with your health. The little that you can do in order to help yourself, you should do it. And remember, health is wealth. So in order to enjoy that money that you are making, that hustle, you need to keep your health intact. So bye, and see you next time.